From trending topics to inspirational work, Simone has made a coloring book for women of color based on influential women of color. Welcome to the show, Simone.
Thank you for having me.
So you have this book, we have it on display right here, and you made this. It's the world's first one of its kind. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so Color Her Story is the coloring book that I created when I was 17 years old in high school. And it's the world's first coloring book that is solely based on influential women of color. And I basically made it not only for my younger self and what I needed growing up, but I have two younger sisters as well. So going through the process of creating a business, I realized that I wanted to make a social impact, but also led that back to myself and what I needed growing up. And that also connects to my sisters and all the other young girls in the world. So.
Wow, so how did you create this? I mean, were you always an artistic person? Did you draw these? I mean, how did this all come together?
Yeah, so I was actually part of my high school's Academy for Business and Finance. So that was definitely a big part of me creating my business and how I really got the tools to learn how to start a business from the ground up, from the finances to marketing to how to present. But on top of that, I do also come from a lineage of entrepreneurs. So both of my parents have experience running their businesses down to my great-grandfather. So it's kind of in the blood, but kind of also, you know, I kind of went my own way with it too.
And this coloring book, it's all featuring, you know, women of color who've made an impact. You've had a little bit of help along the way. Tell us about some of the journey that you didn't even expect.
Yeah, that's a really good topic to start on. So actually, I started my business in high school, as I mentioned, but it was really Shopify and Marshawn Lynch's Beast Mode of Business that helped me get on my feet and gave me the resources to get running with it. So it was the summer of 2017 where I really made my book and my creation tangible and brought it to life. And
why did you decide on doing it with the women of color? Like, how did that concept come?
So in the media growing up, it's very Eurocentric, and this created a lot of issues for myself growing up with an image, and then that also ties back to, you know, mental health issues that I had to deal with, struggling with, you know, from my brown skin to my black hair, feeling very insecure. And it wasn't until I started educating myself about women of color, it was specifically Gloria Anzaldúa. I read one of her books that was handed down to me in high school, and that really made me feel beautiful in the skin that I was in. And I was like, why aren't we talking about these women? Why are they not in our textbooks? Why are they not in our movies? Like, let's talk about it. Let's create the platform. And so I brought the solution to the table, and that was Color Her Story.
That's so awesome. I can feel your passion for this, and it's really awesome that it has taken off, and you kind of can put that claim to fame in terms of the first one to do something like this. What are the next steps for you? What are you hoping to accomplish next in your journey as an entrepreneur, as an author of this book?
Of course, yeah. So I'm going to, of course, keep pushing out coloring books as much as I can. So, you know, branching off into themes and different kind of segments of books. But on top of that, I am actually in the works right now of creating a curriculum to attach onto my coloring books to get within school systems. I'm starting in California, but eventually nationwide. So that's something that I'm really working hard at right now, and I'm super excited for.
And what kind of feedback have you been getting?
Oh man, I've been getting tons of feedback, a lot from mothers and educators, and that's mainly who I'm targeting for my consumers. So I get a lot of positive feedback, but as well as from younger girls that come up to me or even message me on Instagram like, hey, like, thank you for putting out your work and for doing what you do. It's super inspiring. So it's inspiring right back.
Any challenges that you discovered along the way as you put this together and as you marketed it and tried to spread your message?
Definitely. So as a woman of color, as a brown young entrepreneur, when I enter in spaces, they're very white, male dominated. So I think it's very important for me to stay resilient and to, you know, stand my ground and take up that space because I'm worthy of it. And that's something that I'm really figuring out as I'm getting older.
So this is awesome. Where can people find your book? And I also want to know, do you have a favorite page within the book?
Oh man, that's really hard.
You like them all.
I like them all. Well, you can find me on Instagram at Color Her Story. That's COLORHERSTORY. Kind of a play on words with history, but her story.
Okay.
And then you can also find our website, www.colorherstory.shop, and we actually sell our coloring books there as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Simone, for being here and sharing this wonderful story. Good luck to you in your future endeavors, and we'll look forward to checking it out.
Thanks so much for having me.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.